How can two people be here already? Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Okay, thank you. So, while this is unannounced actually, so it's a bit of a quick video. Let's straight in there. Are you selling this hottie? Well, this is what this video is all about because I've had this car for 3 years now. Hang on. Hello, hello. I'll just wait for everyone to join in. Yeah, so I've had this car for 3 years. This is a Datsun 280Z, and it's getting picked up to go back to Lithuania, which is where it was built. Obviously not originally. That's where it was conditioned. So I constantly get questions saying, "Oh, can you do another video? Can you do a video in this? Can you do a video in this car?" So this is that video. It's a little bit disorganized because it's a live stream. I'm just about to go and see my dad, who's not very well in hospital at the moment. So I thought I'd take this old girl out for one more little ride before she goes to Lithuania. Now, whether I sell it or not, that's kind of, it doesn't really matter. The company that built it was called DCW. I think it's Dog Custom Works. So that's in Lithuania. Romash, very nice guy. The car's going back there just to get, there's nothing wrong with it, but just to get fettled, a little bit of fettling. There's a few minor little things, like the throttle's a bit sticky and the suspension is a bit squeaky, but I think that's polybushes all round. So right, so let's get on some questions, and then I'll give you a little tour. Look at this pimp ceiling. How sexual is this? It's like being in a brothel, like a real brothel. How much? I don't know. It's in this condition, which is absolutely immaculate, which I'll show you all in a minute. I think in Europe you'd probably get about 45,000 euros for it, something like that. In the UK, I did a quick post on Instagram the other day saying 30k-ish, something like that. If it doesn't sell for that much money, then I'll keep it because it's not going anywhere in value, this car. I hope your dad is okay. Thank you, Roman. £30, 30,000 quid, yeah. God, that thing is sexy. Yes, it is. Braulicus builds some nice shit. I don't know who that is. Hello from America. Hello, American hobbyist. Gives a walk around. Well, let's wait for a few more people to join in first. So you got me. You got me. I've got half an hour before I've got to be at the hospital. Hello from Bali. God, I bet it's hot there today. Can you hear me all right? Everything okay? Hello from Singapore. Can it not be fixed in the UK? It can be fixed in the UK. It's just that Romash, who built this car, and he builds all sorts of customers' cars, he's the best one to put this car back on the market through. Like, his customers know what they want, so they'll be after something like this. So that's the best place for me to get the best money for the vehicle. I could sell it tomorrow on Auto Trade if I wanted, but I just have a load of weird tire kickers turning up going, "How fast it go, mate?" Hello from Italy. Buongiorno. Thailand, I don't know hello in Thai. Haircut. I have had a haircut yesterday, actually, yeah. So another little story while we get ready. I was working last night till about 1 a.m, got home, I got locked out. I left my keys inside the back door, so I had to do the spare key, which doesn't work if the key's in the door, and I got locked out, so I had to drive all the way back to the office and sleep on a sofa. And then ring up this morning, call the locksmith to come round, drill it out, get a new bloody thing, go down to the... Oh, here's another cool thing. Go down to the Sainsbury's to get some euros for the guys. Do you know how much it costs to send it to Lithuania? 500 euros. Amazing. Laurie. Is it left-hand drive? Yes, it is. It's originally a California car. I like your metrosexual looks. You enjoy sporting in the fancy sports cars. Well, thank you, Moriarty Vivaldi. Red leather. Looks like a sexy brothel. Yes, it does. Next BBB episode, we're just doing the voiceovers. Maybe tonight, probably tomorrow. Why has it all gone out of focus? I think it's trying to focus on my hand that was over there. Have you ever been bitten by a dog? I was mauled by my own dog actually when I was a baby. Very sweet dog called Humphrey, but he was a bit brain damaged. I forgave him. How did they verify it was your place and you weren't just breaking in? This is the locksmith, obviously. I was a bit curious about that as well, but they didn't seem to care. What will you use the money for? That's a very good question, actually. Why? Because I'm selling quite a lot of stuff. I sold my RR. I sold. I'm just selling quite a lot of stuff. I think I'm going to use the money for freedom, so I can just go and do the things that I want to do and not have to work so hard to pay a load of finance off and do all that stuff and keep cars. Like this car was costing me storage space, garage space that I had to rent off a neighbour. And it was all just adding up, and I was like, well, I don't really use it that money to keep stuff that you don't use. It's a bit silly, really. So I just want to strip out a little bit of the vehicles, just get a couple of things that I really like and really want to use and use a lot, and use the rest of the money to, I don't know, not have to work for a month and go on a bike trip somewhere, you know, that type of stuff. I think that's more where life's at, rather than showing off in a fancy 911. I know I have one, but it's not a fancy one. S22 review incoming. Any Teen Ninja stickers left? No, sorry, you missed out. Why did I only realise now that you also work for 4014? I don't know. You're stupid. Do you like the way I'm colour coordinating the t-shirt with the roof? New RSV4 or S1000 RR? Now that is a good question. A question we will answer, because I think those two bikes, they're going to be the fastest track bikes you can buy this year, like off the shelf. So we're hopefully going to answer that very soon. And we've got some news about RSV4, which I can't tell you just yet. Circuit Alamo with Pacific Motorsport. No, I will never do anything with Pacific Motorsport ever again. Buy another bike. Yeah, maybe. Are you self-employed or do you have a day job? I work for myself, so technically I'm self-employed. How many bikes do you own? Not many now. Well, like 4. I know that's quite a lot. Old cars suck. Well, that's another. It is a bit of a delicate machine. Anyway, there's enough people here now. So shall I give you a little bit of a walk around? Well, I'll do the interior first. How do we flip? There. Okay, so this is a nice quiet country lane. Look at those mirrors, ridiculous. So we've got a nice Nardi steering wheel here. The 3 iconic dials there. Original radio with who remembers these? This is a how do you eject it? I think it's that. That's already ejected. So this is a cassette that you put into an old cassette player so you can get a headphone cable. That is memory lane. AC, which is all still fully working, which is nice. Little light there. Wooden knob. This down here is that's my indoor car cover, which says Datsun on it. What else have we got? Door handles are quite cool. They're down here. Pretty sexy. Look at that redness. Beautiful. And that here looks like a massive parcel shelf, basically. Under there's like a spare tyre, space saver, bit of storage in here, keys, vape. This is probably the most annoying thing about the car. If you open the door with the key in it, how ridiculous is that? Don't forget the keys in it. Well, yeah, I'm not an utter mong. I think that was for the American market. Not saying that the Americans are mongs. Yeah, so this was all like totally retrimmed. It's got 44,003 miles. I've done 813, so not a lot in 3 years. Yeah, let's go outside. Little stereo there, little speaker. Ka-chonk. And there she is. This is probably my favourite angle of the dangle. So again, full body respray, manual aerial, which is really annoying to get up, but first world problems. Original period American racing wheels. These obviously weren't original to the car, so it's had some period modifications, not like ridiculous wings and stuff that weren't on the car originally, but it's got a lowered suspension and those wheels basically, and a sports exhaust. Yeah, she's pretty bloody delish. I just washed it. I've got loads of watermarks on it. I don't know if you can see. Hopefully not. It's lush. It's quite a British combo actually, the green and the gold, the red. Yeah, these aren't standard, obviously, the headlight covers. There is a number plate there, but it got blown in the wind, officer. Yeah, shall I pop the hood? Pop the hood, man. Another solo Baron tour, yes. Will you come back to the Owl's Nest Landovery? The Owl's Nest? What's the Owl's Nest? Don't know. I'll try. I haven't actually looked in here for a while. But yeah, absolutely mint. So again, this is why this car was built in Lithuania, because you can afford to pay someone to literally strip every nut and bolt off, zinc coat and replace. I mean, have you ever seen a radiator cap on a 41-year-old car look like this? Look at the bonnet stay. I mean, it's ridiculous. And how cool is it that the bonnet opens forward as well? So again, that's the original 2.8 lump. This is an injection. This is the 280Z or Z. So yeah, the originals were the 240s. They were carbed, and there's debate about who prefers the carbed, blah 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 blah. This has got a bit more poke, but maybe slightly less character. However, Romash does a kit conversion, which puts like these trumpet things on there, which gives it that induction noise, which is really nice. But yeah, little flap, help you get the battery out. Yeah, beautiful thing. So right, let's answer some questions, shall we? Yeah, pretty ridiculous trying to see what's going on in that. Okay. No cracking on the dash. No. Yeah, it's all original. This was a California car with only 40,000 miles on it when it was brought in. So it's all pretty nice. My dad had a Datsun Cherry. My granddad had a Datsun. What was it? A Datsun. Is it a Bluebird or was that a Nissan Bluebird? Cigarette lighter. Is there a cigarette lighter? That's a very good point. Those two bolts, just because the eagle-eyed you will notice there's not a gas strut on that side. I removed it because there was a weird creaking noise, so I tried to remove it as part of my diagnoses creak. Right, let's get you back into the cradle. Is that better? Hotbox it. Do you know what? There's always kids here doing the hotbox. I'm American, can confirm Mong. Let's hear it then. That's a good shout. Okay. BBS wheels. They're American racing wheels, actually. You probably won't be able to hear it very well. It's got a nice little purr. You hear that? Camera. It's like, you know, when you comb your hair in a video camera rather than a mirror, it goes all weird. But yeah, beautiful, slick, purring, lovely engine. I've spaffed, jizz stains, stunning machine. It's pretty popular. And I tell you another nice thing about driving this. Everyone loves it. It looks like, my neighbour thought it was an old Lamborghini or something. It looks like a classic Italian, very, very expensive car. But it's actually reasonable. Reasonable. Are you ever around Birmingham? I was there, when was I there? Like 3 days ago, actually. Is the Porsche reliable with over 100,000 miles? Yes, I haven't had any problem. Well, no, I changed, what was wrong with it? It was under warranty. So the top mount, I'm not the most technical when it comes to cars. The top mount, which I think is something to do with the top of the shock on the right-hand side, was creaky, so they replaced it. Slave labor. Yeah, it pretty much is. Big flaps. Fire it up. Okay, I'm behind. Rabbit, yeah. You seem happy nowadays. I know you've spoke of depression issues in the past. Glad to see you in good spirits. Thank you. Well, ups and downs. Owl's Nest is a biker's cafe. I don't think I've ever been there. I've never heard of it. Caffeine and Machine that I went to about a month ago. That is awesome. Love that place. My mate had one when we were young. Strip club. It. In Baron 24 Hour, was the bloke you did it with your brother? No, that was Charlie Speed, who is a very good friend of mine from school. So, yeah, that explains. We've known each other for a long, long time, so I think that's why the bantering was pretty good. Need some GoPros mounted on the back for a video. God, oh, I need to put GoPros in a car because I'm doing. Is it the Palmer Motorsports Day on Thursday this week? A couple of you from the car stuff will know my mate Joe Achilles, so he's going to be there, and a couple of other car vloggers. So I'm going to get my arse spanked by them round single-seat race cars. Looks like you were inside a Louis Vuitton shoe. How fast is it? How fast is it? It's not. I mean, look, it's 40 years old. It's not a racing car, but it's fast enough to put a smile on your face. But you wouldn't want to go much faster with these brakes because they're not very good. I love watching your beard grow. Wow, it's a bit shaggy today, actually. 44 teeth bike meat needs to happen. Yes, I'm sure it will. Don't let Joe have a go in the 280. No, I'm going to take my 911 though. I know it's a hard question, but would you ever ride in Switzerland again? And this is obviously relating to the massive whopping fine and ban I got there. Yeah, I would, but I'm not going back there until the suspended prison sentence is over. Because even if I don't know, do a U-turn somewhere I shouldn't, that's it, prison, 42 days. So I don't want to go back there, and I think that's in force for 3 years. So I'm just not going back there for nothing. Nothing will take me back there for 3 years. It's either 42 days in prison or 12,000 euros. Is that your 280, Chris? Yes, it is. This is why we're doing the video. Is that Palmer Day at Bedford? Yes, it is. Am I in a womb? From Cornish Pasty. It's quite woomic in here. Woomic and woomic. Yeah. What do you think of Shmee 150 and all his supercars? Do you know what? Tim, who is Shmee, is actually quite a nice bloke. Out of all of the car guys that I've met, Tim is really nice. He's just a bit awkward, but he's actually genuinely quite a nice guy. But he doesn't, I mean, he's quite well off before the YouTube channel thing. So don't imagine you can all go out and buy supercars because you've got a YouTube channel, because it just doesn't work that way. Paul from Supercars of London, he's also one of my top car guys. And of course, Joe Achilles, because he can actually drive a car really well and knows what he's doing. But yeah, so those guys I like. Did you ever get the blood work done? What? No, doctors don't really give a shit. How much is the car worth approximately? I'd say now, if I put it on Auto Trader or eBay or something, I don't know. It's hard to find because it's a rare car. You've got to find the right buyer for it, so you've got to be prepared to wait for those buyers to come along. But if someone came up to me now and parked and said, "How much is that car?" I've got 30 grand in my pocket. I'd say, "Yeah, you can have it." But I think it will achieve more, and if it's sold in the right place. Time to head out. Well, thank you, Crispy. Take care. Any plans to come to America? America. I'd love to go to America. I was supposed to go to America on a McLaren thing. I think did I tell you about that? And I threw a wobbler and just didn't go in the end, which is really crap. But I was supposed to go in February. Yeah, to do the 600 LT Spider launch. How cool was that? But I'm a knob, so I didn't go. Ever thought of getting a Singer Porsche? Jesus Christ, yeah, but I don't know if you know how much they are. I got a client I work with. He spec'd one up, and it wasn't even that much of an amazing spec, and it was £500,000. So no, that's a stupid amount of money to spend on a car. I prefer to buy a gaggle of old 911s and have a race with people because it's stupid. £500,000 on a car is just ridiculous. Is this all you do for a job? No, not at all. This is why I don't make videos particularly much anymore. I run a production company, so I do motion graphics, animation, stuff like that. I run 44 Teeth. I obviously have this thing to do. I've got to look after my house on my own. I've got to look after a small person at weekends. So no, vlogging is not all I do, which is why I don't get time particularly to go out and think, what shall I do to make a video to make some money on today to get them views, yo. I really genuinely don't care about the views. What is disheartening about the lack of views is that if you do put a lot of effort into something, it feels like it's not particularly appreciated, or you just get a load of fucking dicks who just comment. Honestly, the moronic levels of people in this world, it's make my blood boil. Not because they're insulting me, which they do, but because I want to try and tell them that they're wrong, but you can't tell these people. They just won't listen. So fuck them. 42 days, yeah. Quickly, what happened in Switzerland? I got banned for speeding. Do I know RJ? I fist bumped him once. I asked him if he wanted to collaborate on a video once as well, and he didn't want to. So I'd say 35 to 40k for it. Yeah, I think that's probably right. I think, yeah, if it sells this car, if it sells in the right location, I followed them on Instagram the other day. They're interested in featuring it. Collecting cars or collecting cars, something like that. I think Chris Harris is involved in it somehow. Nice hair. Thanks, dude. Is Suzuki GS 500 a decent bike? No idea. I don't think there is one. Oh, what, the country thing from years ago? If you want an A2 bike, just get a 390 Duke, the newer one, and just love it because it's amazing. Any plans to bring 44 Teeth to Ireland? Perhaps. You back there? Sorry. Apart from last time I was there because it rained. Magnus, Walker, Porsche are more honest than, oh yes, than a Singer. Yeah. Baron, are you hiring? No, web developers. Although we do need people to build our 44 Teeth site. And another little venture. I might, in fact, how's this for an idea? I love bikes. I love buying bikes, but I don't often ride them. But I love buying them and selling them and doing stuff to them. So I might be setting up a sort of second-hand bike shop, but with a bit more class about it. So a bit like Caffeine and Machine if it sold motorbikes for its main thing. How do you feel about that? Because I think if I was buying a bike, there's two things that matter to me. Trust in knowing that if anything goes wrong with it, it gets sorted out, and a decent price. That's pretty much it. You know, if you can trust the seller, then I would pay, you know, in the middle range. It's not going to be astronomical prices. I don't want it to be like stupid money. Like a decent bike for decent money. And I think that's what I think we do well with that. I think, yeah, I think it'd be quite cool in the market, and we'd deliver it to your door as well. We're thinking about literally, we'd take like 50 pictures and maybe a video walk around. And so if you're in Scotland, you could literally have the full presentation, watch it, buy it, and we just ship it up there so you don't have to dick around. Is your child into bikes yet, Charlie? No, he likes them, but he's a bit scared of loud noises. So he's a bit, he loves the car. He loves the Porsche though. YouTube is a cesspit. It is absolutely disgusting, isn't it? When does the doggy start? I don't know. I'm waiting for a guller just to spatter the back window. Turbo or NA cars at similar power levels? That's interesting because I had a 964 turbo, and that was wild. It was like really laggy and crap below 3,000 RPM, but you'd be going around a roundabout in second, and it would just kick into like 3K, and the massive turbo would spool up and spit you off the road. So that was quite interesting. But I'd probably say NA just because it's a bit more exciting. It's a bit more evocative as a driving experience. But there's no doubt that turbo is the most efficient way of going very, very fast. What happened to the BMW bike you commissioned? The R100, that's going to be for sale soon as well, actually. Just need to get it sorted out. Africa Twin any good? I've never ridden it, but some people like it. I don't really, it doesn't float my boat to want to go and ride it. However, the new Honda, the 2019 SP, is actually really quite good. The new Honda CBR 1000RR. Suzuki GSX-S 750 or 1000. Well, if you can afford it and your insurance, 1000, of course. Ever had your license suspended? No. Apart from in Switzerland. I'm the same size as you. Does the 390 fit you okay? 390 Duke, yeah. The RC is a bit cramped, but yeah, you feel it feels like you look a bit stupid, but just forget about that because it's a brilliant bike. Device overheating. Jesus Christ. Okay. Why is it overheating? Right. Well, if it overheats, I'm going to go. In fact, I've got to go see my dad. So if it does overheat and it cuts out, thank you for watching. I'll do a couple of random things. Excellent, please. All right, Governor. Apples and pears. Right up the Gary Glitter. When are you getting a real bike? Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to leave you. I'm going to take you out. I'm going to. Oh, that's probably because it's in the sun. I'm going to take you outside. Oh, shut up. Oh. Can he do the boot banana thing? Ja, ich habe einen Boot banana, ja.